Hello. I would like to talk to you about Jimmy's Home Cooking. One of my specialties is smoked meat. In preparation to smoking meat, I like to put a rub on it. For poultry, I use a wet rub, and for pork and brisket, I use a dry rub. I also like to inject pork with a mixture of apple juice and Worcestershire before smoking. I then load the smoker. Usually the meat will smoke for several hours. A turkey will only take 2 or 3 hours, where brisket or pork will take 14 or 15 hours. Once the meat is cooked, I will slice brisket and turkey. Pork, I will pull out the bone and stir it with a heavy metal spoon. If the pork is done correctly, it falls apart. I had decided I would create a menu and sell different food items to my friends and neighbors. This did not work out. With all of the things in my life, I was not able to get a menu created. I did, however, talk with many of my friends, coworkers, and associates about doing this food related business. I worked out that I got my first job catering a work party. They had already sampled some of my food and requested that I make brisket and baked beans for this meal. My goal was to charge my customers double what the product cost me. The cost of the brisket and beans was $77, so I charged them $150. The next job I received was for my daughter's high school theater. They wanted pulled pork for one of their meals. I charged them $160 as the cost of the pork was $80. I was then contacted to do my ward's Christmas party. I did not charge my ward, for I felt I should simply donate my services. For this, my smoker would only hold about half of the meat for this dinner. So I did half a few days early and then put it in my freezer. Then I put the rest of the meat in the smoker the night before the event. I also scrubbed 100 pounds of potatoes, cut them in half, poked them with a fork, and wrapped them in foil to be baked. The meal consisted of pulled pork, baked potato, green beans, dinner roll, salad complete with croutons. For dessert, I served pumpkin pie, apple pie, and a variety of cheesecakes. I had the spray on whipping cream to put on top. One of the challenges I had with this meal was to get the frozen meat warmed back up in time to serve. The other challenge was that I did not ask for enough help. I thoroughly enjoy cooking and seeing the smile on people's faces when they have just had a great meal. I look forward to the day when I can open my own restaurant. Here is an example of some of the food I made. On the left is the brisket and beans I made for my company work party. For the one on the right was some pulled pork and a baked potato for Christmas dinner for my ward. Enjoy.